All right, you're welcome back. It is time for us to introduce to you our very special guest for today. Now, our guest is a barrister and an experienced one at that, executive leader and manager of projects with proven records of innovation, effective communication, and ability to enhance team performance and deliver results. She has worked as an administrative assistant, and she was recently named as one of the finalists of the McKinsey Fellowship. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with us here Barrister Gbemisola Osadua. You're welcome, Barrister.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. So today we're looking at something very important. We're looking at the law and business and the law, the relationship between both of them.
Yes.
And would you say that in Nigeria that it's been favorable? Do people know much? Laymen, let's talk about the laymen now. Let's talk about people who do not understand anything about law. Do ordinary people understand that there are laws that can govern their business and they can use them for their advantage? Do we have that widespread information?
Okay, talking about Nigerians, I mean, we Nigerians, let me put it in that context, we have this drive and motivation towards entrepreneurship. And that presupposes that the government must do everything possible to put frameworks in terms of law that would guide business operation and corporate law as people run their daily businesses. But, you know, even aside the existence of the law, people have always had this drive towards wanting to do something that would translate to value. They want to make money. So for the average man on the streets, he wants to do his business. She wants to do a business. She wants to run a business, and she wants to maximize profit. So the fact that the government is doing a whole lot to put frameworks in place in terms of law should, of course, be an advantage to help them, that they can leverage to actually take their business, scale up their business, and take the business to the next level. But the point remains that the level of information out there is limited. So most a lot of people are out there, they have businesses they run. They don't even know that some of these laws exist. They don't even know how they can leverage some of these existing laws. I mean, the body that sees to the affairs of corporate business law in Nigeria, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission, they've been able to make some improvement recently when it comes to you registering your business, and even this registration comes with its own advantage, but a lot of people out there are not even aware.
Yeah. Now, it's good you mentioned the fact that there are many laws to protect businesses or to enhance businesses in Nigeria, but people are not aware. I know our time is limited, but could you help some very, desperate business owners out there to know some of the important laws that protect them and their businesses? Just a few of them.
Okay. I would really want to simplify this so as to really make our viewers out there connect easily. Yes. Now, you have a business you're running, and someone is telling you, okay, you have to register this business. Now, we have, like I said, we have different laws. We have the corporate, the Corporate Affairs Commission saying to business, and we have the companies, and there's an act called the Companies and Allied Matters Act. And then there's the company regulation. Let me now start going into mentioning
so
those
which ones
laws.
affect the businesses?
Particularly, we have the Companies and Allied Matters Act.
Okay.
But of course, there are processes. There are different types of business organization. You want to start up a business. You have to first ask yourself, what kind of business do I want to start?
Okay.
I want to? Okay.
Let's assume it's a retail business.
Okay, it's a retail business. You can start off with registering your business as a business name. And in terms of costs, that's even like the least. Okay. So you can get your business registered. So you are a trader on the street, you are just doing your major business, and you're like, oh, I'm not thinking of anything too serious. You can register your business as a business name.
Now, speaking about registering business, some people do not understand the importance of registering business. You know, they decide that you can just start your business without, it's not much of a big deal. Why do people need to register businesses? Beautiful. What is the basic reason why people need to register their business?
Beautiful. You know, it's number one is the fact that registering your business puts you on record. You have your business name is registered. For instance, now you start a business and it helps you secure the name. You know, there's something associated with your business and the brand, the identity of your business.
Some people will argue that it's actually a small thing I'm doing. You know, it's when I'm doing a big company that I will register.
But the point remains that when you start a business today, there is a big picture in view. So if you want to really get to that point, that big picture you're saying, that vision you have for the business, there are some prerequisites, and leveraging registration of your business is an advantage. Times will come, probably you will not need to do things like opening an account. I might not feel comfortable with paying money to you directly or in your name because you are the owner of the business. But I might feel comfortable when you have a name that is registered and then you've gone, I mean, before you can even open an account to the bank, you have to have your certificate of registration.
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantages.
It gives you more credibility.
More credibility, you know?
All right. So with regards to opening, or now you've mentioned the importance, or you talked about the importance of registering your business name or starting off registering your business. We know recently the government has made this easier. In the past, you had to go through a lawyer. So apologies to you for losing business. A lot
They
of lawyers
actually have
will-
lost
we
business,
haven't.
so funny
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so what's the difference? If you have not lost business and they're saying I can go and register on my own, could you tell us what the process is and how does that help businesses better?
And maybe
in
she should
Nigeria?
actually start from telling us what the process was before, and then we'll look at what the process is now.
Now, you know, okay, before the registration of business processes, you have to go to CAC, get the prerequisite form. First, start with knowing, you, of course, you have been able to come up with a name which you want your business to be, and then you have to get a particular form to know if that name is available. And it's called availability of name search. The essence of that is because, I mean, you might have a name you're proposing, and someone must have been using that name. So there is no conflict. So imagine if someone has gone ahead to register his or her business with that same name, and you innocently, you just love that name and you wanted your business to bear that name. But in the course of the availability search, the search will tell you that, oh, this name is existing already, so you can't use it. And that's why when you want to do the availability search, you're advised to propose like more than a name, like 2 names. So if one is not available, another can be. So before, there are a whole lot of process. You get the availability form, then you do the reservation of name. All of this, you have to get forms and all of that. But now what we have with the Corporate Affairs Commission, how they've been able to improve is that they've been able to leverage digital technology. They've been able to leverage ICT such that in the corners of your room, you don't even need to maybe call, like you said, you don't need to call a lawyer.
Call a lawyer,
oh,
no.
please, I want to register, I want this name. In the comfort of your room, you can know what name is available, so you don't even bother yourself going ahead with a name.
So I can go online now
and
check
your
availability of
name.
name.
Yes,
Wonderful.
go to the CAC website and check for availability of name and know if the name you have, that you intend to name to give to your business is available or not. And then you can know if to discard with that and then probably go for another name. You can do all of that. And then you can do your reservation of name online. Then you can, all of the details, depending on what kind of business you want to register, if it's a business name, if it's a limited, there are different requirements for all of these. The ones you need to submit the passport photograph. But you know, I also said the part that is not like the lawyers are completely out of business.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Because there's a part of the form, especially if you are registering a limited, a company, whereby you will have to put the details of the lawyer. So there's like the lawyer details has to be there. So you still have to engage a lawyer in the process, even though unlike before, whereby the entire process, you don't just want to go through the process of going to CAC and all of that, because you can't even go to CAC to probably complete the process. So you have to get the lawyer accredited already.
The lawyer that is already CAC
things.
accredited.
Yes, and you know, and you to do all of those things. But now, in the confines of your room, you can know if your name is available. You can do your reservation. So maybe at the point, for instance, if you're registering a company, maybe at the point when you now want to probably submit some the forms, then that's when you probably need to now put the.
Is that only the reason why one would need a lawyer to register a business in this
for your business name?
Because we're talking about the fact that some people, it might not even be business name. They might want to start a company. They will need board of directors. They need professional advice in that regard as to, okay, well, how do I go about it? This is what I have in mind.
Excellent.
So also, I think it's important for the lawyer's role is still cannot be neglected, because the lawyer now gives you professional advice.
Thank you for advocating.
This is one you should go for.
You know.
This is the one you should go for. This is one
colleague. Called to the bar for many years.
So basically, that's part of the advantages.
Yes.
Let's look at another area that people don't talk about much: taxation. Now, when it comes to companies, let's talk about companies and taxes. So far, are there incentives to encourage people we know that sometime, I think last year, 2 years ago, Lagos State took taxation very seriously, such that tons of companies were shut down because they hadn't paid their taxes. Now, people don't understand why they need to pay their taxes. Matter of fact, there are people who devise means to cheat the government so that they will not pay their taxes. Why do people
not even declare how much?
Exactly.
And also, let's not also forget the group of people who do not even know that they are liable to pay tax.
Exactly.
I'm just trading, small trading.
Why should I
pay tax?
Even we working here, we pay our taxes. Every month from our salary, there's a certain
amount.
It's easier when you belong to a corporate organization, but if I own a small business, for instance, instance, I even make hair, a hairdresser, and I'm earning money, that's my primary source of income, and I don't pay tax. I have a shop, but I don't pay tax, you know. And for many of them, they will claim ignorance. But like Olive mentioned,
ignorance is not an excuse.
Ignorance of the law is
so
not
why
an excuse.
should people pay tax? And, you know, are there incentives by the government to encourage people? You know, there's some people who complain that we don't encourage foreign investments because our taxation margin is too, you know. Yeah. So basically, are there incentives for foreigners, and why should people pay taxes?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to payment of tax, like you said, a lot of people, for some reasons, you know, when it comes to the enabling environment of doing business in Nigeria, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the government. What has the government even done for me?" Because ultimately, these tax are supposed to make available good infrastructure for business to actually thrive. But people are not encouraged because those things are not in place. But of course, we still have to pay our tax because, like you said, you pay your tax even from your salary and all of those things, because all effort will be made by the government to put those infrastructure in place, and it takes those taxes for government to be able to run, for the business of government itself to be able to run. And when it comes to incentives now the government, I mean, the relevant laws now is a different thing having the law, and is a different thing the implementation of these laws.
Sure.
There are relevant law with respect to incentives when it comes to when you are into business. For instance, when it comes to agriculture, there are some incentives such that maybe you are located in a place whereby there is no enough facilities for your business to, in terms of lights, or infrastructure for your business to thrive and all of that. So there are some incentives and consideration that comes in terms of your taxation based on those relevant laws. And then talking about foreigners, I mean foreign investments, to also be able to encourage them to be able to come in more and also do business. So there are also available incentives. But like I said, it's a different thing. Yes, we have the law, but it's a different thing, the extent of the implementation of those laws, especially as it relates to the tax incentives.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Barrister Gbemisola Osadua. Thank you very much indeed for your candid advice, and you know, for being very, very simplistic in the way you explained the different ways that businesses can benefit from the law. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're hoping to start off your business, we hope that we've been able to encourage you to do this and to find a simpler way employing the provisions of the law to your benefit. Thank you once again, Barrister Gbemisola.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.